This is the most fun I had with a lens in a very long time. The Brighting Star 9mm is an ultra-wide-angle lens with distortion control and an almost zero aberration design. This is a non-fisheye lens, meaning that the shots will be free of extreme distortions. The key feature of a non-fisheye 9mm lens is its ability to provide an ultra-wide-angle field of view without the characteristic barrel distortion of a fisheye lens. This means you can capture very wide scenes with straighter lines. This lens is great for capturing scenes where you want to include as much as possible in the frame without major distortions. When you shoot ultra-wide, it's interesting to switch to black and white shots because it helps focus on composition, texture, contrast, and the interplay of light and shadows. Using such a wide lens can be challenging. Composition becomes critical since everything in front of the camera is potentially in the frame. It's almost impossible to get flares with the lens. Only a direct framing of the sun will get you a nice rainbow flare. The lens has a minimum focus distance of 20 centimeters. By coming this close to your subject, you can create some surreal images. If you are on the side of your subject, you will get some strong deformations, but if you face it directly, you will get a well-proportioned image. There is no filter thread on the front of the lens, but there is one on the rear that lets you adapt an ND filter for long exposure photography. The biggest challenge is maintaining a steady shot without a gimbal. There are some stretching toward the edges of the frame that are exaggerated with movement, leading to a disorienting feel in the video. I need to test the lens with a gimbal in another video. Using a non-fisheye ultra-wide lens will be great for architecture. but some distortions will be more visible for portraits, making body parts look too big or too elongated. Once again, the best position to shoot a subject is facing it directly, but if your subject is above you, the distortions will give it an epic look. A lens this wide is a lot of fun, and it gave me a new vision on the world around me. But a 9mm full-frame lens is a niche product that will not be interesting for all photographers. This lens is for people who are bored with their current lens options. The Aster-Houri 12mm f2.8 is a full-frame manual fisheye lens, and when I used it during a walk in Paris, it made me say wow at almost every shot. Another cheaper fisheye lens is the TT Artisan 11mm f2.8. The TT Artisan is much smaller, lighter and cheaper, but it's not really a 11mm. I noticed that the TT Artisan has a smaller field of view than the Aster-Houri, even if it should normally be wider. It means that in reality the 11mm is more a 13mm. The Yasuhara Madoka is a weird Japanese circular fisheye lens that projects a circular image on the center of the frame. For vintage alternatives, you can check the 17mm Takuma fisheye lens. And finally, the Kenko fisheye lens adapter is a good vintage tool. I put links to the reviews of all these lenses in the description.